So some of the things you need to think about. First of all, it's really important if you are going to subcontract that you make sure that you've got all of your audit trail for subcontracting for the Education and Skills Funding Agency in place. The Education and Skills Funding Agency wants to know exactly what you are spending the money on. So they'll want to know what your fees are for your subcontracting organisations, exactly what your subcontracting organisations are spending the money on, and they'll want to see key documentation for that audit, such as your audit trail of backs payments or your invoices, of the money that's been used for the delivery of the apprenticeship, and also the money that might have been given to the employer for incentives for taking on 16 to 18-year-olds, for example. The other thing to be aware of if you are considering subcontracting of apprenticeship delivery is it's going to be really important that your contracts for your subcontractors are watertight legal contracts that keep both you and your subcontractors safe, because if something goes wrong, it's entirely possible that you could end up in court. So make sure your legal contracts for subcontracting keep you and your subcontractors safe. The final thing to be aware of is you, if you are a main provider considering subcontracting, are fully responsible for the quality of delivery of your subcontracting organisations. So when it comes to Ofsted and getting your self-assessment reports ready, but also doing the quality checks on your subcontracting organisations, make sure you've got really robust measures in place for assessing your subcontractors' delivery. So you can do things like observations of teaching and learning, you can interview apprentices, you can interview their tutors, and you can make short notice drop-ins on the quality of their delivery so you can see exactly what they're doing. And the other important aspect of that is making sure that you carry out really good due diligence checks of any subcontractors you're thinking about working with. So check, for example, the outcomes of their achievements on apprenticeships, you can check their Ofsted outcomes if they have any, you can check their financial situation, and you can check who their staff are and what qualifications you've got. So those are a few points that you can think about if you're considering subcontracting. The Education and Skills Funding Agency has put really comprehensive information in their funding rules, which you can find on the .gov server. So if you are considering subcontracting, make sure you fully read those documents and that you carry out all your due diligence and quality checks before you go ahead. Good luck with it.